Hey guys, it's Bridget with Zebra Glitter and Nails and Positively Zebra, the Daily Stripe. Again, not using my glasses because there's a horrible glare on them in a video, but so we're going to attempt to do this with, once again, without the glasses on. So hopefully I don't mess this up, but we have our little practice finger here with a nail on it and supplies. So we're going to we'll do a dip lay-in method today. So you'll see me taking the finger off of that and laying it in. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna use chagrin again, since I already had it out. And chagrin's one of our triple color changers. We're gonna pour this in a cupcake liner. And that's one of our 0.25s or minis. So you can see that in the video. And just set that jar out of the way. You want to make sure you have like a dusting brush, a file, little sanding blocks, or the big white sanding blocks that I love, polar blocks. You want to have an orange stick or a cuticle stick. We're just going to go with that today. And there's other scrub brushes, so you want all your supplies out. And I don't know what I'm allergic to today in my house, but something. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and do just dip process, lay in. So be super easy. And instead of using the 2-in-1 this time, I'm going to just use our professional liquids. Okay. And we're not doing peel base or anything today. Get my peel base out of the way because I'm not using it right now. Okay. All right, so let's grab Professional Shiny and Professional Base. And I did label it wrong earlier, so this is base. I just accidentally put 2 shiny top coats on, and to remember that. But we're gonna move this off now, so don't forget. But the green one is the shiny top, and the yellow is the base. All right. And they are formulated just a little different, so the shiny top does have a bit more shine to it. You can interchange them, but ours, the formulas are a tad bit different. Some companies use the same ones and just label them so you're buying more, which, yeah, you're going to need it anyways. If you're dipping, you're dipping. You're going to need lots of liquids. So dip base, dip top, activate. So make sure you have your activate. And I forgot to show these up here, I think. So I'm sorry, I'm shooting one of my face and one of the nails. So, and then piecing them together. Okay. So hopefully I can get it all right in the video to where you can see everything. I do keep an alcohol pump nearby and alcohol, the lint-free wipes, clean ones. That's one I used earlier. So we would just pitch that one and get a clean one out. I find that handy to keep nearby. So first thing you're going to do is wash your hands, do any prep work. Don't put any cuticle oil or anything on in the beginning. You want to make sure that you're just pushing your cuticles back real good, getting them all ready. Okay, and then that's, you're going to spend more time, but you're getting the cuticles ready. And then I like to put a bond on. You don't necessarily need to use the prep and the bond. The prep is more of a dehydrator, whereas the bond is a keratin bond. There's keratin that it will react to and help everything adhere better. So some people don't really need it. I do, no matter how well I prep. Prep's your big thing, guys. If you don't prep right, your nails are going to pop off, peel off, chip. But mine just happen to be, no matter how good I do it or a salon used to do it, they would always pop off or peel or crack. So that is our bond, and it dries fast. It's already dry. Okay. So now with the bond, I don't buff. Some people will buff their nail or whatever before applying. The bond helps it just stick without having to do any of that, which is if it's your natural nail, unless you're having to shape, you don't really want to be buffing your natural nail or filing it unless you absolutely have to. So we're going to use our dip base first. And like I said, we're just doing the lay-in method today. So we're on this video. See if I can get this in the frame. Sorry. Okay. And dip base. So I'm going to pull the finger off of the little clamp here so I can show you a little bit better. So you're going to put your base on. And don't go crazy heavy, guys. You want to stay away from the cuticle. I forgot to do my apex. Yeah, the first time you want to just go down the middle like this and then do your lay-in. I did the whole nail. But, so lay-in is one method. Oh, I did stay away from it. Okay. So kind of have an apex, but you want an apex that gives you that nice look in your nail. How we all have that like little hump. All right, so if you need to lay twice because it stays wet, which our professional liquids do stay a little wetter, it gives you a little bit longer to play with it, especially not horribly, like it's already dry now, so it's great. And then just brush that off. And then we're gonna go in with the cuticle stick, or cuticle cleaner, the orange stick, and we're gonna clean around the cuticles. Oops, I rippled the front of that, did not mean to do that. That's what happens if you push down too hard in your with your liquids or have too much on. So clean up your cuticles as you go, okay? And I did not do good on this one. Take your time. All right, and I don't have my glasses on, so definitely harder. Okay, second layer, we're gonna cover the entire nail. Staying away from the cuticle though, don't go all the good close. You want to, you want to cover your nail. You don't want it half dipped, but don't get it up on your cuticle. That causes lifting and problems. Okay, wipe your brush off in between. That way we're not getting the purple color back in. So the next time we do a dip and we're doing white, we have a purple tint. We don't want that. So always wipe your brush off. These liquids are hard to contaminate, but you're still going to get the color transfer and stuff. So, okay. Again, that's our second coat. Go ahead and clean again. Clean around the edges. This is what gives you that beautiful mani, guys. You want to make sure you're cleaning the edges. Do your mani justice. Okay. Brush off. Some people scrub in between. You can. I wait till the end and just scrub the top layer because the dusting gets off anything for the in-betweens. But and most of our dips go on super smooth. Like I said, I messed up this one, so most of ours don't need any buffing or anything. One more layer of base, and again, don't go too thick. You don't need a ton. You want coverage, but you don't want it all wrinkled up on your nails. If you put too much on, that can cause it to ripple or wrinkle or not look right. Okay, so now you also wipe that brush off in between. You also can clean here. You have enough time before that base dries that you can clean here if you think you got somewhere you shouldn't have. But, and once again, just move your, like mine was all clumped up from before. There we go. And just lay in. That's the lay-in method. Okay. I just got it everywhere. And your cupcake liner is what I poured it in. So for the lay-in, you can do it out of the jar if you have a big enough jar. Sample jars are hard to do that, but yeah. Okay, so that's your lay-in method. We're going to pop that finger back up here so it's a little easier to work with. And we'll clean that up in a minute. Okay. Got stuff everywhere, sorry. Okay, let's get that out of the way. And scrub brush. So this is where you want to scrub real good. Get any excess powder off that would cause a problem. If you need to buff or file, this is when you would file or buff. So file, buff, anything like that. If you need to do, oh, I'm sorry, I skipped the activate. Sorry, activate first. Check for what you're going to need to do here. That way, if you've really messed up something, you don't want to activate until you do that. So base dip, then activate. So you're going to go in, and I do the first one just kind of quick. Wipe that off in between again. You don't want color transfer. And then your second one, and you don't want to flood and make it crazy thick, guys. Doing that will cause those little white dots that you get sometimes in your nails, and you think it's a problem with the liquid or the dip, and it's your application of your activate. So cover it all this time. really good and purposeful. So too much or not getting it on right, not getting it on the whole nail is going to cause a problem where you're going to see rippling or those white dots in your nail. Again, if you want to, you can do the alcohol wipe at the end of the 2 minutes. Wait your 2 minutes. Setting a timer is a great way to not rush yourself. Again, I'm going to say it. You need a chemical reaction. Wait your 2 minutes. You have to have a chemical reaction that happens between your base and that dip and the activate. So that has to happen. Wait your 2 minutes out. After the 2 minutes, then we're going to go in. I'm going to go ahead and wipe with the alcohol wipe bin, so you can pump a little bit on there. I say alcohol wipe, but it's a lint-free wipe that I'm putting alcohol on. And then, so we're done with the activate in this case. We're done with the base coat. All we have left to do is our top coat. So 2 minutes have gone by. So now we're gonna wipe. Again, you do not have to do this step. I used to never do it, and I've kind of gotten in the habit lately. I don't have my glasses on, so hopefully this is decent looking. Okay, so make sure that dries. Do not rush into your top coat if that's still wet. You don't want to trap that moisture. It's different than the moisture from a top coat. So Zebra Professional Top Coat is what we are going to put on. Okay, that's dry. And then we're done after this. So there are people that will do an activate after a top coat. I don't typically do that, every now and then, but not usually. Don't really need it. It's not made for that. Okay, mine might be a little thick, so you want to be careful. Don't get it crazy. If you get too much on there, again, you can clean with your orange stick, clean around the cuticles, in between. Okay. So that looks pretty good. So that was our first layer. I always do 2 layers of top coat, and this is super shiny. It stays, oh, you can see the reaction really good right now. So you know how we talked about that chemical reaction? That's what's happening when you have a color changer and you see the color difference as you're doing the nails, not just putting them in heat or cold. This is from the chemical reaction. So that shows you the chemical reactions have to happen. That's what makes your nails hard enough to, and work and not chip and not mess up. And also it gives you the shiny top coat. If you do not take your time and do your activate and wait your time, then you're not going to get the shiny top either. So a lot of times that's the issue. Our final layer is a little more purposeful again. And that's it. Cap your ends. Okay, you always want to cap your ends, and that's it. And again, you're going to see it reacting a little bit. If you need to do any cleanup here, you can just go around the edges. Okay, perfect. And that's it. So Chagrin turns 3 different colors. That's one of our popular colors. Check it out. It's one of our thermal color changers. And you saw some of the change there. There's 3 total colors that it goes to. But have a great day. And that's how you do the lay-in method. Thanks for following Bridget on Zebra Glitter and Nails. Positively Zebra, the Daily Stripe.